Right, worst drivers of Washington, wham bam Tesla cam.
Wham Bam Tesla Cam's Worst Drivers of Washington, Volume 1. This Tesla owner was driving his Model 3 in Seattle, Washington. He was on a highway on-ramp when, all of a sudden, a Jaguar bumped into him.
Oh, love top.
At first, it was just a light bump, but then the Jaguar rammed into him, hit the curb, and sped off.
Wait, that's
Our
purpose.
submitter filed an insurance claim and made a police report. He says that the really strange thing was that neither one tracked down the Jaguar driver, even though he provided them with their license plate number, VIN, name, and address.
Yo, maybe undercover cop,
Even so, his own insurance provider totaled his car and cut him a check for $60,000 US. If we rewind a bit, we can see.
Whoa, hold up. The car was totaled from this? The car, how? How was it totaled from that? That wasn't like a crazy crash.
And cut him a check for $60,000 US. If we rewind a bit, we can see the Jaguar coming off the exit ramp on the other side, then turning around to get back onto the highway before crashing into the Tesla.
He did it on purpose, but why?
His brand new Model Y on the street.
Oh, he broke the battery?
In Seattle, Washington, when he got a Sentry Mode alert that his alarm had been triggered. A distracted Lexus driver sideswiped several parked cars before taking off. Martin rushed out to find car parts on the ground and his car all banged up. Martin reviewed the Sentry Mode footage and was relieved to see that it had captured the license plate number of the offender. He called their insurance provider to file a claim, only to discover that the Lexus driver had already called them. The Lexus driver had actually lied to their insurance provider, giving a completely different explanation for what had happened. Martin sent them his Tesla cam footage, resulting in the driver being charged with felony hit and run and felony insurance fraud.
I feel like there's still people on the planet that don't realize that Teslas have cameras all around the car. Because, like, bro, if you're gonna hit and lie about hitting a car, just make sure it's not a Tesla, bro. It literally, I don't know what other cars do have them, but they literally have cameras everywhere.
Did we learn? While you type your answer in the comments, we'll tell you that Martin's repair estimate came to $3,334 US. Don't forget,
I need a dash cam. I got one.
To subscribe.
I got 5.
Jared was driving home in his brand new Tesla Model 3 in Spokane, Washington. It was a Friday afternoon and he was in a good mood, but that was all about to change. Watch what happened as he turned onto an arterial road.
But what? Ooh!
Jared told us he noticed the car a split second before impact, but he didn't have enough time to react, and neither did the Tesla's safety features. The Acura driver who'd hit him had tried to cut through stopped traffic to cross the intersection. While doing so, those stopped cars blocked both his and Jared's views of each other. When the police arrived, they found the other driver 100% at fault, since Jared had the right of way. Jared filed a claim with the other driver's insurance provider, but the insurance policy had expired, so the other driver was technically uninsured.
You know what? For that kind of crash, would you say that damage isn't too bad? Like, this car is literally done for, bro. And then this is just a dent. I thought the door might be off or something.
Had expired, so the other driver was technically uninsured. As a result, Jared had to file a claim with his own insurance provider.
Oh, that's total. You think?
$25,000 US. Marquita was driving her Model 3 in Redmond, Washington. She was in line to make a right turn on red with 2 cars ahead of her.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, chat. Throughout this video, I'm learning that totaled don't really mean what I thought totaled means. I thought totaled was that your car's literally a ball of metal. Like, there's nothing there no more. Now I'm learning if you total rip off the bumper, it's totaled. You got a puncture in your tire, totaled. The mirrors came up, totaled. The wind wiper came off, totaled.
The driver of a white sedan at the front of the line was a little hesitant, which made the driver of the Chevrolet visibly upset. He started waving his hands around while creeping closer and closer. When the driver of the sedan finally made the turn, the SUV driver followed close behind them. This made the driver of a delivery van furious. He accelerated, huffing and puffing black smoke to catch up to the SUV driver.
Jesus, man, calm down.
When the van driver merged to the left lane to pass the SUV, they started to accelerate too. This began a little dance of sorts as the two vehicles moved back and forth across the lanes.
That is actually kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. They're dancing, chat. They're having a little romantic dance.
For their finale, they crashed into each other before driving away.
Now they're
Marquita
kissing.
sent the video to the police, but she hasn't heard anything back. Who do you think was at fault here?
You know what, chat? I ain't gonna lie. I think if I was the insurance people, yeah, and I seen this, I'm gonna say you both are literally as bad as each other. You both do your own. Fix your own shit. Voided. You're bad as each other.
Police, but she hasn't heard anything back. Who do you think was at fault here? Favre Q was driving on a country road and a Jeep in front of him was third in line to make a right turn at a stop sign. The Tesla up at the front drove away. Then when it was their turn, the second driver in line stayed put. The Jeep driver was watching cross traffic to the left and failed to notice the car in front of him hadn't moved as he rolled forward and crashed into the back
How do you
of
not
it.
check? Wait,
Favre Q
what?
pulled over to see if they needed his Tesla cam video, but the Jeep driver admitted fault right away.
What? How do you not
Alex was
see?
heading home when he got rear-ended by a Toyota before finding out that they had also been rear-ended. The impact pushed Alex's Tesla into the SUV in front of him, making it a 4-car accident. The driver of the SUV in front of Alex got out of their car, looked around, and then just left. The officer who arrived later recorded his license.
Wait, chat. That's the case, isn't it? Let's say I rear-ended someone, and then they went into someone, and then they went into someone, and they went into someone. I would be done for all 4 cars, right? Like, all 4 cars, that's me. Bro, that would be crazy. Your insurance would go crazy. Like, imagine your insurance get the call. Okay, what's the accident? Yeah, mate, I've kind of destroyed 4 cars. Damn, bro.
Plate number from the Sentry Mode footage and told Alex they'd be looking for him. Alex was a bit shaken up, which we can tell because he was shaking the camera a bit. Check out the smiley face Alex had drawn a week before. He thinks it was pretty ironic that the smiley face was slapped by another car. Samuel was sitting at a red light in Phoenix, Arizona. Just as the light turned green, a pickup truck pulling a trailer ran the red light.
Oh, no.
The
What
driver of an
idiot,
oncoming
bro.
Mitsubishi didn't notice the pickup and crashed into the side of it. Thankfully, both drivers were okay. Samuel waited for the police to arrive. When they did, he told them he had footage of the accident. When one of the cops saw that Samuel had a Tesla, he volunteered to be the one to collect the footage. He jumped into the Tesla with Samuel and they talked for a while about all its neat features. The officer told Samuel that he was planning on getting a Model Y himself. After a few minutes, Samuel asked, "Did you want the footage of the crash?" The officer replied, "Oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to be doing. Sorry."
Silly
Jay was
officer.
visiting a friend in Spokane, Washington. He'd parked his Model S on the street in front of her apartment. Suddenly, Sentry Mode was triggered when a man carrying 2 gas cans walked toward the parked Tesla.
Well, we know where this is going, isn't it? We know where this is. Is this going to be a Tesla Vandy? It is, isn't
He
it?
stopped by the side of
gonna
the
blow it
Tesla
up.
and put the gas cans down on the sidewalk before scouting the area and making sure the coast was clear. It actually wasn't clear, as we can see other cars passing by, and the guy even turned away to make sure nobody saw his face.
Is he taking a piss?
What he didn't know was that the Tesla had built-in cameras facing every angle, and
Wait. They can't be this stupid. They can't be this stupid. You're literally targeting a Tesla. And I'm assuming for being a Tesla, right? This is a part of the Tesla vandalism thing that's going on, yeah? So you're targeting a Tesla, but you don't know they have cameras? What a dumb... Oh, yeah, he must have forgot. Yeah, he's just got bad memory, dude. He's just got... Hey, bad memory, man. I forget.
they were already rolling.
Jesus Christ.
Sentry Mode kept recording as the guy began pouring gasoline all over the roof and windshield of the Tesla.
God. Jesus.
Then he set it on fire. Even with the fire raging, the cameras kept rolling and the rear camera captured the arsonist running off.
Holy shit.
The cameras continued recording until they eventually melted off, but the footage was already saved, and Jay is now asking for your help catching the guy responsible.
Wow.
The fire department was able to safely extinguish.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If they haven't found this person, then the system's ruined. It's done for. Because you can see him clear as day. Well, even though it's nighttime. You can see him clear as night, bro.
For your help catching the guy responsible. The fire department was able to safely extinguish the blaze, but Jay didn't even know this had happened until the next morning when his friend headed out for work. She called and told him.
Oh. Oh. I was gonna say that didn't look too bad. But why did the whole car not melt? I thought the whole car would
work.
melt.
She called and told him, hey, you might want to come outside and see this. It's your car. The driver's window had been smashed by the fire department when they were verifying that the car was unoccupied. Now, we're no detectives, but right after the guy ran off, a car drove by with headlights off and paused to gawk at the burning Tesla. Sure, it could be a curious passerby, but I think I remember from some TV show that coming back to admire their work is textbook arsonist behavior.
Hey, with lights off, that's gotta be him.
What we do know is that this guy set this Tesla on fire. If you recognize him, please contact us and we'll forward the information to Jay and the police. Jeff was driving his brand new Model 3 with autopilot engaged when he entered an S-turn. An oncoming truck driver failed to maintain their lane and drove directly into oncoming traffic, striking the vehicle ahead of Jeff. Jeff told us the Tesla handled the situation fantastically. As soon as the oncoming truck was in his lane and headed for a head-on impact, FSD jerked the steering wheel to the right and steered the Tesla onto the shoulder.
So, yo, that's what confuses me, chat. That's what confuses me. Even when you don't have auto drive on, right? When this happens, the car will auto drive, even though you have it turned off. It will just do it. Yeah, Kat, you're right. In this situation, it's really good. Like that wasn't a driver that did this. The car just, boom.
Impact, FSD jerked the steering wheel to the right and steered the Tesla onto the shoulder, giving just enough room for the truck to pass without hitting him.
See, this is why I need to have a talk with someone, because I think my Tesla's fucking broken. Because when I put auto drive on, it only works good on highways, right? If I put it on and it's not a highway, I swear to God, it's trying to drive me into fucking everything. I've nearly gone into cars with it. I've nearly gone into a ditch. I've nearly gone into so hey, someone saw me a fucking broken one, bro. I need an update. Something's wrong with it. It ain't doing this.
Jeff stopped to check if the driver was okay, got their information, and sent them a copy of the video. The truck driver said a spider had jumped out of the glove box, scaring his wife and distracting him. The other driver said it wasn't the worst thing he'd experienced in his 80 years, but we suspect the spider story was definitely near the top of the list.
Jesus.
Luke's wife asked him to grab some bread on his way home one Friday. As he entered the store, he noticed two customers unloading their cart. The guy returning the cart thought he could give it a hard push into the cart corral, but unfortunately, he had the worst aim ever, and the cart missed the corral and went straight into Fuchs' front bumper cover, left fender, and door. Thankfully, a random shopper who happened to be sitting in their car witnessed the whole thing and took a picture of the person's car, including the license plate. Fuchs filed a police report and is waiting to hear back.
Yo, bro. Two things, yeah. Two things. Yeah. First of all, you look about 50, not fucking 12, okay? What are you doing still pushing a cart like that, bro? And when there's a car there? Like, what? Like, just take it there. Then again, I do have to put my hands up, chat. I do still push carts into the thing. But in my defense, one, I'm childish as fuck, and I know that. And two, I wouldn't do it when there's a car there, bro. I wouldn't do it when there's a car there. No, I'm not saying 50's old. I'm just saying he's not a kid. That's a kid thing to do, bro.
Corral, but unfortunately, he had the worst aim ever, and the cart missed the corral and went straight into Fuchs' front bumper cover, left fender, and door. Thankfully, a random shopper who happened to be sitting in their car witnessed the whole thing and took a picture of the person's car, including the license plate. Fuchs filed a police report and is waiting to hear back.
Wait, whose name is Fuck? Wait, what? I thought you guys was kidding. His name's Fuck? What a badass name. I know what I'm calling my kid.
Darth Yogurt. Okay, that's a great nickname. Anyway, Darth Yogurt was driving his Tesla in Wenatchee, Washington. As he approached...
Nah. These names are jokes, chat. You ain't telling me this is someone's name, bro. Darth Yogurt.
A bridge, traffic was slowing down for a van that was stopped in the right lane. But one guy wasn't paying attention and rear-ended a Honda CR-V. Darth Yogurt posted the footage on a community website hoping whoever might need it would find it there. According to Darth Yogurt, it turned out that the other driver was on his phone. Darth also wants to send a shout out to his wife Teddy. They watch our videos together as a couple. Aww. Jess had parked her Model Y outside her workplace in Spokane, Washington when someone vandalized her Tesla and she thinks this Honda was involved. A Honda can be seen circling the block a couple of times before it slows down at the top of the hill. A few seconds later, a man is seen walking toward the Tesla. Jess thinks this guy might have been a passenger in the Honda, but she can't be sure, and the license plates weren't visible in the video, so this may not be a very useful lead. The man crossed the street, picked up a rock, then headed back over to where Jess's Tesla was parked. First, he walked up to the car parked in front of her Tesla and smashed the driver's side windows before walking toward the Tesla.
Why?
Just as he walked past it...
Wait, so this isn't even Tesla vandalizing. You're just vandalizing. For no reason.
Another car approached, so he casually strolled along before checking if the coast was clear.
Like, I totally get what's going on with, like, the Teslas and people vandalizing, right? Right, whatever, politics, yeah? But, like, this guy's just straight up vandalized a random car. So this guy's just doing it for no reason whatsoever. He's just like, screw it.
At that point, the Honda came circling back. Just as it passed, the guy bent down and picked up another rock. He walked up to the passenger side of the Tesla and hurled the rock through the front window.
What?
Just as he threw the rock, the Honda stopped at the top of the hill. As the alarm activated, the guy got scared and ran home to mommy. Sorry, but this is just so pathetic. Jess filed an insurance claim, and the repair estimate came to $2,000 since the rock also damaged the window trim. It'll take weeks to repair it thanks to supply chain shortages. $2,000 for a pane of glass and a piece of trim. I bet you're really wondering how much Winston had to pay to rebuild his Tesla. Jess filed a police report and also gave a copy of the video to her workplace security so they could be on the lookout for the guy.
No, but chat, it genuinely is. It's just pathetic. Like, that is pathetic. Like, that guy is literally just doing that for no reason whatsoever. Like, it just don't make any sense. Like, there's no point. Just get on with your day, bro, and do something else.
Winston purchased this totaled Model 3 from a wrecking yard and rebuilt it himself in his garage. Once the car was completely rebuilt, he plugged in a USB drive and retrieved the footage stored locally on the Tesla's computer, finally revealing how the car had been totaled. The footage shows the former owner driving along when another car suddenly appeared from the right. With no opportunity to stop, the Tesla driver T-boned the other driver on the driver's side. Oof. The Tesla was a total loss and was sold to Winston by Geico Insurance. Winston won the auction for $15,000 before setting out to build the cheapest Tesla in the US.
Wait. That still sounds like a lot for a full-on totaled car. Am I tripping, or is $15,000 a lot for a full total car? That's a lot, right? $15K?
Steve-O was driving his Tesla Model Y southbound on I-5 in Seattle, Washington. Watch what the driver of the Subaru Legacy wagon in front of him did. The driver of the Subaru drifted into the center lane before realizing their mistake, overcorrecting and losing control, swerving back and forth before flipping over.
Oh.
This reminds me of the Moose test, a standard safety test that determines how well a vehicle can evade a suddenly appearing obstacle. And flipping over during the test is considered the worst possible grade. Thankfully, all the other cars were able to stop in time and no further collisions
well, this car better get the worst grade possible then.
occurred. Steve-O told us it was scary to witness this happen from right behind the Subaru. We searched the news about the collision, but nothing was reported, which hopefully means everyone involved was okay. Art was driving his Model Y in Walla Walla, Washington when he encountered a huge gravel truck hauling large diameter gravel.
You know what? I hate these trucks, bro. I hate these trucks. We get some of these in the UK, and I swear, like, some of them say that they're just like sand, but the way that and the sound it hits your car sounds like literally fucking bricks.
Hauling large diameter gravel. As Art passed the truck, he was hit with a considerable amount of gravel rolling off of it. His windshield was hit by several big rocks, resulting in a 20-inch long crack.
Oh, they are actual rocks. Oh, I'm on about the trucks that, like, you know, when it's like gonna snow and it goes round spraying it on the roads.
The Tesla also suffered other damage to the hood and fender. From the Tesla Cam video, he couldn't make out the license plate number on the truck, so he was afraid he was going to be stuck paying the repair costs. Then he went through the footage frame by frame and found one frame from the driver's side camera showing the truck's DOT number. He contacted the truck owner and his insurance provider paid for the damage. Over
Jesus, man, that's some fucking investigation work right there.
$1,200 US for the windshield replacement and another $3,450 for the body damage. Tesla Cam to the rescue again.
Damn, bro. They hate the truck, hate the driver that didn't secure his load. That's facts. That's facts.